on the. Okay, so it's recording now, so we start. So as I said, I just took along on the 3-minute setup, which is there on this screen you will have now. So on this screen, I have my indicators. And when I have a signal like this one, this is a 3-minute chart, so it's very fast. But when momentum is strong and I want to reload some, you see how it has been reacting there. And if it reacts again and break through the 1 hour 2021 EMA, that will confirm the momentum is very strong. I use this time that I am connected here inside this one just to show you that the setup is very strong here. You have the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15-minute that were ready to move. On this one, you have the same thing, a very, very low readings everywhere. On this MFI 14, same thing, it was really low at the time. I even put this line here. So we have bounced with some momentum behind, as I've been saying for the last, I think, 2 sessions. The momentum was building behind and is still behind. The problem is that you can mute the lunatics, then they simply unmute themselves. That was happening. Ah, okay, I understand. Thank you, GR. So, okay, so I would check. I think I can, in the programmation of the meeting, I can put something that only me can speak and the other they cannot. In that case, we would stop that problem forever. I will take note of that. So I was saying we have had this setup, and if we look at the main chart, this one here is giving me the setup on multi-time frame. You see daily, 4 hours, 60 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, everything. So when you have that kind of setup, and I have it on the other one, I don't know where I put it. It's some things I am using to work. So it's not that one, it's neither this one. So I have another one. I did a test this morning up to the monthly, and it was really amazing. There was a very, very strong long setup. So this setup will not disappear now. We can still have a little bit of push lower. We can even break the lows. I don't think it will happen right now, but that is possible, and it's more possible this week with all the data we have. But what we have behind is really strong. So now I go back to the main chart, which is this one, unless I'm wrong. Okay, so it should be the screen. No, it's screen number 2. Okay, so we come back here. That's where we are started, and that's where we are now. So concerning the morning chart, it's this one that I have posted and that you have seen many times. It's even no, it's this one. Yes, something is missing there. I don't know what's happening to trading view, because there was some more indication here that I've been posting and that you have seen inside the I'm just looking if I have it somewhere. No, something happened, so I don't know what. Anyway, so we had a strong setup right on this fib here, which is a 78.6 fib of this last swing. It's not the all-time swing, but it's it's only this, the last swing, the retracement of this red retracement from this top to the lows. Sorry, from the top to the lows that you have seen there, which is the 78.6 fib. So that's where we bounce from. And that's why I had pointed this fib before, and we have reacted on it. I think we should see a continuation, if that's probably one of the questions you are having. I think we should see a continuation. Of course, the quantity of data and headline and events we have this week, especially with the what is the name of this thing? meeting of all the CB bankers in USA on Friday with the Powell, the Jackson Hole Symposium, with the Powell speech on Friday. I think it's at 2 GMT. That's very important to look at this, to be ready when that will happen, because when this thing will happen, there will be a lot of move. We have many other important data this week, so we will have a week that will be much more active than the previous week, and we should have a little bit more nice price action or nicer price action. So concerning this, I'm really upset. I don't find the thing I had put on this chart. I have the fib, this one and that one, of course, but that's not the chart. I probably, anyway, I will look that after. So we bounce from here, and at the same place we had what I have pointed, which is this big quarterly order block here. So that's creating a strong resistance area. Even the bottom here of this quarterly double candle will be a very strong thing here. You can keep that on your chart. If we go there, there will be a reaction for sure at this level, and that's important to keep it there. I will put there. Okay, so this is important. DXY didn't double top completely, but he nearly did it. He just stopped like 0.20% from the double top, which can be a good sign, because it could be telling us that market doesn't want to touch the top again and want to keep this high. So that's something we have to take in consideration. I will switch to DXY chart after the Euro USD chart. So now we are here. We have seen this bounce after the Euro data, and especially the German data, and the last one that was the Eurozone data. So we have seen this bounce. We will see many thousands of sellers because they have been. So I have another one that is waiting. So we will admit it and see if that's okay. So welcome, Tayo. So as I said, we have seen this move after the data. We stopped on the 1 hour EMA. That's what I posted earlier. This is the 1 hour EMA, 2021 EMA. So I always have a chart with the 2021 EMAs, 1 hour, 4 hour, daily, weeklies, everything. So this one is the daily. I need to move this one. I will have an indicator soon that will automatically show which one is it without needing to put it. So my coder is doing it. But so you know, you don't need to click on it or whatever, you know what is this one. It will be exactly like this, but automatically done. So as I said, I just added some longs here. We stop on the 1 hour. We went above the daily open on a 15-minute basis. If we look on a 1 hour candle, we are still under it, but we definitely need to break up this level and this last consolidation of yesterday with yesterday lows. We are already above yesterday lows, but we need now to break up this 2021 1 hour. Then the next big area, this is the 2 hour. It's not really used by market, but I like to have it too when there is a confluence like here, for example. So when we will arrive to the 4 hours, which is here, we have at the same place the weekly open, so which is an important area. So this area here all this area here will create something on the way up, and we will see probably a pullback from that area. That's something which is possible. So that would be the next place I would like to see, and I would like to bank some Euro USD long. Concerning the targets, the EMAs are targets. So you see, for example, this cloud of dynamic support resistances here. We have the 1 hour 200. We have this one, which is the 50, the 200 4 hours. So you see there is a lot of 200 moving average there too, together with the daily. So for sure, this one is another cluster of dynamic support and resistances, which is something I always look at together with the regular chart I'm using that I'm posting and on Twitter. So it's always important to have the regular support and resistances and to have the dynamic support and resistances. And here we can mark this 4 hour here that will surely be doing some reaction, like this one here. This one is a small order block. This one is a small order block inside there. So it's interesting to see where they are, and then you know why price will react in this area. You get a pullback, and then if we go there, for example, we get a pullback and can bounce from the previous weekly open. So we are looking at that, and we are looking at this, the chart, which is where we are. So you see we stop on the 78.6. We can go lower. I'm still missing my other chart, and I'm pissed off with it because I don't know where it is, where I had the monthly. There is a monthly, and I will put it live for you so you can see how I do it if you use TradingView, which is possible. So TradingView is for me from far away. Okay. Nice. Okay, this one is the monthly. Load on the color here. So this one is a monthly order block, but more important here, I have this this one, which is the one I'm looking at closely here. Okay, and this one is the quarterly. So DXY is very reactive on the quarterly order blocks. Let me just extend this one. Okay, well, it's not extended as I want, but it's extended. That's all what we need. So if we go back to this chart that I have been looking at, I will change the color here. It's way too unreadable. Okay, fine. And this one is the, let me put it lighter. Okay, so we have those levels here, and they are very important. If we touch this one there, we will see a reaction for sure. And now we are bouncing from there. So that's what we have. Concerning DXY, I will go to DXY now. Just changing screen. DXY, where is the screen? So I'm not sure it's this one. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 second, I'm looking for the DXY screen. It's a little bit a mess today. It is this one. Okay. So now if we go there, we have the DXY screen. So what happened? You were telling me we mostly double top. We double top. We didn't. We mostly. The double top is right on this level, which is a quarterly order block of the DXY where we stopped last time. If you look there, you see we stopped. We stopped a little bit before it, and today we stopped a little bit under the previous high. So there is, I can put a line there. There is a little bit of difference here, which is not huge. You see that that's the previous high. So we barely stopped a few pips away from that line. Like 0.02%, 0.03%, that's nothing. that's where we stopped. So then we had a reaction. We came back through those trend line. We have been bought, and that will happen all the way because people are really in automatic mode selling Euro USD, buying the dollar. They probably think it will go up forever, and that's not the case. So we are here. Even if we go a little bit higher, and the next big one would be this one-to-one extension of the up ABC that I already showed in the previous updates I'm doing here. So this one, the green one, you see this green ABC here, it's the big monthly ABC. So this one is there. I will show it to you again to make it clear. So this one is that move, A, B, and C, and that's where we are going. We take this low, we take this high here, and we have that ABC, which is the green one we have there. So what I was saying is we are, if we break the previous highs on the DXY, we will touch the 100% of that ABC that has been working very well, especially on the 61.8 in many occasions. So that's why it's important to keep an eye on this fib and the other fib, of course, when we would get there. So we have the 76.40, 78.6 fib, which are the last swing, the last upside swing, not the complete, not the all time, but the last swing. So you have those two fib here. And you remember I said, don't forget to put the 76.40 fib inside your fib. They are not in many platforms, and that's a big mistake because the 76.40 is really very, very important on the market, and it's the only real Fibonacci suite number. The 78.6 is something that has been created by traders, but it's not a real fib. It's working because everybody uses it, but it's not a real Fibonacci number. The real Fibonacci number is 76.40. So that's where we are now. We had this high, we broke through a little bit down, we came back. That's yesterday, what happened yesterday. Then we went up again. What I'm looking on my side is the weekly, the quarterly close, especially on the Euro USD. I'd like to see a quarterly close above the huge 61 ABC fib, which is the one, let me remember, yes, it's this one, is the 103.60 level. 103.60 is very important. And I think we could well close in this quarter, because that's a quarterly fib, we could close above this one, which means the close of September could be back above 103.60. That's what I am expecting, and that would be logical because of what I already explained yesterday. I can show it to you again later. In that case, of course, the DXY would be probably in that area again, or even break this low here that we could not break on the upside. So we would, yes, that would be where we would need to break. So DXY would come back in this area, in the 105 area by September. That's what I expect, and probably even close under it. That's really what I'm looking for in September, due to all what we saw already in the setups. It's important to keep in mind that we are in a very, sorry, I have not seen, somebody wrote here, is it possible on DXY, can we broke purple trend line before hit new highs? Yes, we can, very well. And this trend line is nothing. This trend line, well, it's a daily trend line, but it's at this level of market, with such a thin market we have now, being able to make even little money in this market is like a miracle. If you can make half of what you usually do, even 1/4 of what you usually do, it's already a very, very good thing, because it's very hard to make money in thin market. Usually, I do not trade a lot in August. This year I did, because I have a lot of mentoring, and because I wanted to start this thing too, and I am adapting myself too to the geopolitical situation we have had since the Russian war, we have with the Taiwanese, we had with the Taiwanese thing. So the situation is not the normal situation. That's why I am working a little bit more on shorter term trading, and I'm not holding red position, of course, as you know. I prefer to take a small loss and sleep quiet than to be holding red position inside such a very hard thing. So to come back to the question, yes, we can break above, and you see we bounce on it. The next big thing will be here, this, not very big, but the next important thing to break will be the 61.8 that has been used. You see, we stopped right on it on the way up. You see here, we have used this one several times on the way up. We broke through it once, came back, and we will probably see something like this, same thing this time. So we need to break this one, then come back on it, which can be an add short USD situation if we have a setup confirmation at this moment. But that's the area we need to break. And then after that, we can accelerate and go back to the most important area, which will be the next one, will be this one. Okay, so that would be the really I'm sorry, the next important area, which is the 80-80-60 fib of this big ABC up. We must not forget that we never touched the one-to-one extension here. Even if we went just near it, we didn't touch it. So it's still possible. Technically, it would be nice if we could get this one. Well, that's what I have in mind. Due to this quarterly order block, due to the setup and everything, and now we won't see it. But what can happen is we have a small pullback, not a very big pullback till the next area that I mentioned here, and then we have the next big one there, which is a 76.40 and 78.6 of the same ABC upside. So that's the big thing I will look at. But we could well, in a way, see a pullback here on the monthly end, for example, from now to next Wednesday, which is the end of month, a kind of sell-off because people will take profit on it. And then another bounce inside the first week of September or something like that. That's possible. Till the first week, end of first week, or end of the 10th, around the 10th of September, we can still see very weird moves. So I'm still careful till that. So we can break this. We should break even it, I think, today, and go lower, see the 61.8, and then we would struggle around it with USD trader that will come back on the market at the same time. Okay, so now concerning the Euro USD, that's what I said already. We have the same thing, so not a lot happening now. I think we should break the previous lows. That's what I said already. I will clean this thing a little bit because it's too crowded. And we go back to this chart now. It's this one. Okay, they are not in the so can you see the Euro USD chart now, please? Just give me a yes on the, okay, fantastic. So that's where we are now. I already spoke about this. We saw the DXY. We know we have the 61.8 support to break on the DXY. And now we are right now struggling on the daily open. This is a daily open here. Did I say we need to break low? On what? On Euro USD? Euro USD can break the lows. It can break its lows. But then we have the two giant, very, very big resistances here. This one is a 76.40 that if we break this low for any reason inside this week with the data events or whatever happened this week, the setup will stay very strong. So by going lower, we will update, I would say, the setups on the shorter time frame. The long time frame will still be behind it. But as I said, the setup we have here can produce a brutal upside move anytime in a blink. We can go up several hundred pips very fast because of those setups. So it's possible we break these lows, then we have this one, then we have this very, that's, I already said that many times, but 0.9838, let's say 0.9840 area and 0.9760 are very, very strong places where price will bounce. So put them on your chart. If we go down for any reason, those levels, all those levels can react, but this one here is really very, very important and will react whatever happens. That's very clear in my mind, and I will explain you why. I did that already, but if we look on the longer time frame chart, if we look at this weekly chart, you will understand very quickly why this one is so important. Let me take this, copy it, take a new chart, a blank chart, and you will understand easier why. New layout. Okay. Paste. So this one here, that I was speaking about and is so important. You see this level I said, and what 0.9862, 0.9847, those two things are really very, very, very important fibs, and you need to keep them on your chart, because this is the last very nice weekly ABC down, and this is so this is a very nice ABC down, but that's not the one I wanted to show you. Sorry, I will show you the one I want you to look at, but this one is giving those one, and we have the other one. Let me grab it here. So we have the 61.8 here. That's the one I want. Copy. So this one, this is the monster I want you to look at. So this one is the monthly monster. And when I say monster, it's a monster, the monthly monster ABC down. And this one is really crucial to keep an eye on it. I will change the color. It is the guideline, the big guideline now. It's this one. You see how price after this one was created, we take this low, this high here. You see how price has been using it perfectly. Even inside the M shape here, you see how the bottom of that M came and bounced from it. Then we came back, we bounced on the 38.2, we used the 50% on both sides here. When we broke through it, bounced from the 61.8, came in the 50%, bounced again on the 61.8, broke the 61.8, came back to the 61.8, and that's where we have seen the actual move we have had of several hundred pips down, came back from a retest of this broken 61.8. So this one is a monster and is holding and controlling price since 2016. So it's very, very, very important to keep an eye on it, because that's something very, very strong. If for any reason with data or before 10th of September, we arrive in this area, you can take a huge long, you can put your house on this trade if we have a setup, and I'd say that inside the feed. If we see this area here, it's a no-brainer trade. It's really, from the technical perspective, it's a no-brainer. Those two levels here are monster level. They will provide a reaction, whatever has sent the price there. They will provide something. And when you see how it has been bouncing on this 61.8. So for me, the next big area, and that's why I spoke about this one, is the big target is 103.60, let's say, which is the 61.8 precisely. That's exactly what I'm looking at. This is a target number one for me on the upside. Then when we would have broke that or from now we break, we do some blah, blah, blah inside, and then we broke through it, retest it, then we could really fly from there to the 50% and so on up to the 138, the 38.2, which would be the 112 level, and so on the upside. So when we would take this move up, that's what I'm expecting to see. Then you have this inside, this small inside. This is the monthly or quarterly ABC down. This is a weekly ABC down. So in this one, we have been using it. If we look on a smaller time frame, you see this one has been used by market here mostly to the pip. Here we have been holding on it. Then we broke the 61.8 yesterday without even bouncing from it, which is not very good from the confirmation point of view of that ABC. Perhaps I can know it's okay, it's well done. Let me check. When you do the ABCs, always look with high Kinachi candle. It's much cleaner and you can't make so many mistakes. So you see, yeah, and I'm saying that. So if we take, it's perhaps better to unlock this one, put it on a weekly here. I have it on the weekly on the other chart. So very good. So I'm doing that live with you, but that's very funny because I'm just seeing that. Look at what we have. If we take this fib here and we go on the smaller time frame and we go back to the regular candles. So you see this one has been used here. The 38.2 has been reacting here. We have reacted on the 236, which is good. This is here the 50%. So it's the bottom and the 50% at the same time. That's nice. It's not because of the fib, but it's because random market is not random. And now you see where we are holding. We are holding here on this 50%. So it's very, very good what we are looking at, because we see that the 61.8 of this one is right on the huge 76.40 on the quarterly fib. So it's even reinforcing a lot this area. That's something we have to keep in mind. And so we now need to break this 50%, which is the bottom here of July 14th. Sorry, it's this bottom. So of course there is a resistance there. So we need to break through that and we need to go up. But keep in mind the long-term ABCs, like the long-term retracement, are quite important. So here we can keep this one, and I will even do something else. I will clone it, put it back here. Okay, and now look if we have a daily construction that we can use too. So this would be the daily high. I will change the color of that one, because otherwise we see nothing. And I just want to look with you live if we have another confluencing. So that's where we bounce. That's the one I said, and I already show you it's the 76. This one is wrong here, by the way. Okay. So look, I mean, we can't get something stronger than this confluence here. You have the daily ABC, you have the weekly ABC, you have the monster quarterly ABC in this area. So this one could be a magnet for the price, could really be a magnet, and we could land there in at a certain time. But we should see some bounce before, or we will see small bounces and come there, and finally from there fly completely, or see a really big move that could go back to the 61.8 over there. So it's really an area to keep an eye on, because there is a huge confluence there, and we are only 90 pips away from it. And the bottom of today bottom, which is what is interesting to look at, today lows is only 50 pips away. So I think we'll see that. I don't know what will put us there, but it's very likely we can see this. I won't be short. I won't short the Euro USD at this level. That's clear for me because of the setups and because I know anytime we can see a bounce that could just post a long-term bottom there. But if we go there, you know you have that. So I have recorded that, but you can take a shot of the screen. You have the level here. You know the black one is huge. The blue one is the daily. Yes, the blue. Yes, the blue is the daily, and the red is the weekly. So you have monthly, daily, weekly, everything in the same place at the same time. That will provide a really great reaction if we can see it. Okay. Great. So now, sorry. So as I said, my target is to break this one here and then the next black level of this quarterly ABC. If you have any question, just let me know. I think I did everything I wanted to say. I said everything I wanted to say. This chart is really nice here. Perhaps let me see if I can post it to you inside this chat room. I'm not sure if it works. No, we can't. I can post an image there. I'm just trying, but it's not working. So I need to probably Dropbox microphone. Okay, I need to do it differently. But I will post it inside the Twitter feed right now. So you will have it. If you have questions, let me know. And if you are okay, well, we see each other tomorrow for the next live update. Okay, what is your question before I close? FC, I don't know your name, FC. Just didn't understand that part you mentioned, you waiting 0.98 today. 0.98 on what? You mean on the Euro USD? Yes, I paint yellow, but this is a daily chart, so it's a few 50 pips under the lows. But I said this is, and I repeat it for the last time today, this thing is the strongest, biggest support we can get. 0.9840, 0.9760. We won't get there now, but when we would get in this area, there will be a huge bounce from there because it's a very, very strong level. It's the broader level of that 61.8 major. Look at that on a weekly chart, you will understand better. But it's the giant monthly ABC. And you see this 61.8 has been holding the price since 2060. And in many other occasions, I just spoke about it. It's a very strong, very confirmed ABC. So we broke through the 61.8 and we bounce, touch it again, and now we are pulling back from it, which is what made this move down that everybody was saying. I was shocked, by the way, there when we touch it. I didn't expect it would go so low, but that's normal in summertime. So if we go there, or when we would go there, I think we will. I don't think we will go now necessarily, but it's possible because it's not far away. And actually 50 pips is nothing for Euro USD, especially on the downside, when it's actually 90 pips away from where we are. But with US traders waking up and wanting to get some action, it's very possible. The other reason is we have the 61.8 of that inside ABC fib. So the this inside weekly fib here, we have the red 61.8, and it's another major thing. So I hope it's clear. If we go lower, keep a close eye on this area. I will post it in the Twitter feed for you right now. Thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye.